Welcome back to the video. D Bless the Barber here with another one. Here I got my guy Walter. We're gonna be doing a mid to low drop fade on him. I've been cutting him for about 5 years, and I've had this video sit in the tank for a long period of time. It's been about 2 years since I took this video. My shop looks a little bit different in the background. I got my young guy sitting there, but let's jump right into it. Here you see me, I put my first initial guideline in, and it's a little bit different than what I'm used to. I actually usually put the guideline in with my clipper. Makes it easier for me to take that guideline out. But I know once I put that guideline in with the trimmer, I know I can take it out with the trimmer. And that's just, rule of thumb for anybody that's, new and is interested in, or even just does it that way. So I clean off my debulk underneath that, and my process kind of changes from person to person. So some videos you'll see me use a certain process, and some videos you see me do another. So here I'm debulking. I'm making sure that I get the bald as possible. I'm using my FX3 shaver, and I'm not going up too high. I'm going just below that initial guideline there. Here I'm gonna then jump into dropping the top. In this video, we're doing a 2 with the grain. Like I said, bear with me because I did this video like 2 years ago, and I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, especially with YouTube. So just being real mindful of its growth pattern, making sure everything is even. Going around that crown area. Now I'm taking my instinct and I'm putting that first initial guideline, and I'm doing about a finger's width with that guideline. Next, I'm taking my number 1 guard open, doing the same thing, creating another guideline. Being sure that we consistently brush or comb that area down to any debris, so this way you can really see clearly what's being cut or what's not being cut. Here I'm taking my number 2 guard open, and this should blend like right up into that number 2 metal that we took with the grain. Just ensure that we're able to get every piece of this, and you can kind of see like as we blend in from that number 1 open, that guideline that is right around that, oh man, I'm drawing a blank while I'm doing the video, but right there around that ridge, around his head, right before it starts to curve off. If I sound like I'm rambling, it's because it's late and I've been trying to do this voiceover for I don't know how long, and I'm trying not to have to keep starting over and over again. But this is just me being real and transparent with you guys. Here I believe I'm using my 1/16 guard. I usually go open, and then I usually close it up slowly. Actually, I think it's my number 1 guard. My 1 guard closed. And you can see kind of has like dips and divots in his head. So I try to make sure that, I'm either stretching the skin or I'm using that corner of the blade to make sure that I'm, grabbing every little bit. In a sense of like just really detailing the haircut as I go. It seems to me like I'm going back and forth in between my 1 and my 1/16 guard. But at this last step, I'm just knocking out that bottom line. And you see slowly, I'm just, I'm picking at it. I'm not doing a whole lot. And I'll like slowly close it as I go. Actually, no, I'm slowly opening it as I go. Sometimes I'll go close, then I'll go halfway, and then I'll open it again, and I'll kind of blend in between. And that's how the system for me works. I'm able to detail as I go. So I'm still able to do these haircuts within 30 minutes, 45 minutes max. And while I'm here on this side, I'm going to start to blend down his beard. Just because we are going to be doing his beard in this process. And the same steps that I use to do his fade is the same steps that I'm going to use with his beard. The only difference is I'm just going backwards. Here we're doing number 2 guard. He switched it up at this point, so it's kind of throwing me for a loop because I'm used to cutting him like how I cut him now, 2 years after the fact. But we're making sure that that beard is nice and even. So we're going over it a bunch of times. He likes to keep his mustache at a 1, so we go ahead and we cut that down to a 1. And as I see certain things in the fade, I'll just detail them while I'm there instead of me trying to wait to the last minute and go back. So we're going to repeat the same steps on the other side. I'm going to create that first guideline. We're going to make sure it matches all the way around the head. Head positioning is key. They're trying to make sure that I use the same steps because I do switch my process up a lot. It's just to help me like enjoy cutting hair, so I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over again. The results tend to stay the same. Nothing really changes there. And there I go. I'm just gonna debulk. And his hair fades so easily. As you see, the fade is already coming together. It's funny, so this is the first video that I've done where I actually sent this out to get edited, and so it's the first time me really watching it the whole way through, and that's just me being transparent with you guys. But so not really knowing what to expect as I go through this video, kind of giving it to you real raw at this point. Right here, you'll see me detailing. Like I said, I detail as I go. I'm not trying to, create extra time for me towards the end of this haircut. It's funny because if you see this haircut now, it still looks identical. I think that's why people come to me, is because I'm very consistent. And at the end of the day, it's not always about having the sharpest haircut. Sometimes people just want to sit in the chair and they want the haircut to look the same at all times. Look, if you're watching this video, please drop a like, please drop a comment. Tell me what you think I can improve on. As far as especially with these haircut tutorial videos, just because my talking kind of sucks when it is explaining. I've actually thought about doing videos to where I'm explaining the haircut as I go. So this way it'll eliminate me from, having to do a voiceover. So if I can eliminate that, that'd be great, because I can just get these either edited or I can edit them and they already have the voiceover already in it. I don't know if that'll create a problem or a conflict, because I don't know what parts I want to keep and what parts I want to take out. And I also don't want to make these videos 50 minutes long either. I think since I did this haircut, this is probably one of my longer ones. I think I had a little bit extra time, so I ended up giving them more time just because I had He tends to like to relax in his haircut. We talk, we do certain, you know, just to kind of maintain a relationship too, and but he works a lot. This is a relaxation time for him. And I could tell in this haircut, it's definitely different just because I did half the head and I did the other half. Nowadays, I'm actually doing, you know, I'm doing the whole thing. Create my guideline all the way around. And it's tend to be faster for me. I'm always experimenting. Here I'm gonna clean it up with the razor comb. He's got some grays and stuff like that. So I like to get some of those flyaways out the way. I don't know if he put it in the video, but I don't know. I do use the enhancement, the HD spritz, so that helps me get a nice crisp line on his beard. And you'll notice if I see things while I'm doing something else, I'll go back and I'll try to cut it again, or detail it. Being meticulous with the beard. At the bottom is sensitive, so we try to take it easy. But he likes the close shaver, and he likes to keep it close, so that's what we do. Tighten up that mustache. A lot of times I just use the razor instead of the trimmer, but in this case, we're using the trimmer. And I'll clean it up with the razor afterwards. Take the soul patch out. That's what he likes. Some people love it or hate it. Here's how I'll prep the hairline. I'm using just the Barber shaving cream. Nowadays I use the Flex Foam from Titan. I like it better, it's less messy. So I'll use it on his hairline, I'll use it on the beard. Hit it with the hot towel, it's a must. Then you gotta give him a little massage. It just adds to the experience, it adds to the service. Clean it up nice. And we're gonna dry that down. I'll hit it with the spritz afterwards. Then we'll hit that with the cold air. Put the razor work on there. I hate when I see my trash can like that. Sorry to draw attention to it for you guys, but man, I gotta do better. You see that line come out nice and crisp. I'll have his blow his cheek up so I can make sure I get real tight in those areas that are hard to reach. Sometimes I like to do people's vertical bars with the razor first. It just allows me to not push their bars back when doing this. I don't do this anymore, but I used to use the Barber Magic pencil. Some people say it's cheating, some people don't, but you saw that line before I put it on there. Same thing with the color. It's a low enhancement, but you saw that line before I put the enhancement on there, so you know it's crisp. We gotta stop using enhancements to hide what's underneath. You'll see the same thing with his hairline when I go to line him up. His lineup is crispy, and then we add the enhancements. That's how it should be. It's an enhancement, so use it as so. Do the same thing on the other side with the beard, and then when I lean him up is when I line the front up. All right, we're gonna get to that lineup. You can kind of see where I already had it, and you see I'm not pushing it back any further. I have that guy there for a reason. He comes every 2 weeks, so I know where his hairline's at. There's no need to push it back. This is me just getting that box right. I'm just following my razor line. Man, I know y'all see that lineup. That beard work, extra crisp. Same thing, using that Barber Magic pencil. Try to do it real light so this way it doesn't stain the skin too. There we go. Now we're going to add that enhancement because we're going to enhance it. We're not going to do too much. We're not applying it crazy dark. And just look at it pop. At this point, the haircut's primarily done. Putting the finishing touches on it. Hope you guys truly enjoyed the video. I know my voiceover may not have been the greatest, but I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. If you made it to the end of this video, please drop a like, please drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see. I am vlogging a little bit and trying to do some extra stuff, but I'm just trying to find what works. I'm trying to jump back into the YouTube thing, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and then check out some other videos on the channel as well. Here's the finished product. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Subscribe, hit the like button.